grandfather, Neely Stovall, made his living as a tenant farmer in the small town of Muleshoe, Texas. In his mid-60s, he suffered a stroke, and it left him in a wheelchair, partially paralyzed and barely able to speak. I vividly remember sitting at their formica table in the kitchen, my bare legs stuck to the vinyl chairs on a hot Texas July day. My grandfather sitting next to me in his wheelchair. And we were there because he had motioned me to join him in order to attempt to dictate letters for me to write to his friends. He had such difficulty speaking that I had to pay very close attention to his words, not wanting to miss a single syllable, painstakingly making sure that what I wrote was true to what he was trying so hard to say. So it was a slow process, and it was hard work for both of us. Invariably, he would get frustrated, and he would start crying. And as you can imagine, I would start crying too. It's a hard memory to recall now, and it was a hard lesson for me to learn as a 9-year-old child. But the experience drove home a powerful lesson for me about the importance of having a voice, how painful it is to lose it, and how important it is to speak up for those who cannot speak for themselves. That one voice can bring and the change that can come from it. This summer, I filibustered for nearly 13 hours against a bill. I was wearing slightly more comfortable shoes against a bill that hurt Texas families. It was a bill that restricted access to health care that Texas women depend upon. When I spoke against that bill, I knew that I wasn't just speaking for me or even just for Texas women. Because when I looked up in the Senate gallery from the floor of the Texas Senate, I knew I was speaking for men and women across Texas who, like my grandfather, desperately wanted to be heard. And what was so wonderful about that night was that it wasn't my filibuster. It became and absolutely was the people's filibuster. In those last minutes, each proud Texan found their voice and stopped that bill, if only temporarily. Since then, I have met with Texans across our state. Together, we are reclaiming and owning our full citizenship as Texans and as Americans, one voice at a time. There are so many of you in this room who have been a clear and powerful voice for the Texas that we love and the full promise that it offers. But we need your help. We need your help to make sure that the full promise of Texas, its mighty privileges and its great responsibilities are owned by everyone, each and every one of us. It's time. It's time to give all Texans a voice in their future. We cannot stop now. We must continue to press on and give hope to Texans that there are better opportunities ahead. Like any true Texan, I have taken on my share of tough fights. Together, I know there is no fight that we can't take on and win. I want every single Texan to have the same opportunities that I've had and to have a voice in what their future holds. With the right kind of leadership, the great state of Texas and this great nation will keep its promise that where you start has nothing to do with how far you can go. Thank you very much.